So then let's start with the Lunchtime Talk notifications. I will show you how you can track your changes in the wiki. For those who don't know me, I'm Miriam Schlindwein. I'm working as a front-end developer and UX designer at Hallo Welt, and I'm responsible for the user interface, and I'm trying to increase the usability of the wiki. So we have an agenda for today. I will introduce you to the new notification system, which will be part of the BlueSpice 4.5 version. I will show you how notifications are now located, or where they are located in the wiki, how they are displayed. Also, I will show you how you can change your user preferences and get the changes you want to see. And then after that, I will show you how you can finally customize email templates in your wiki so that the appearance of the received emails are matching to your wiki system. I will demonstrate this in a live demo, and after that you can ask your questions. So the new notification system in BlueSpice 4.5, maybe you know that or maybe not. Since this version, we use the standard MediaWiki version, the standard MediaWiki notification extension, which is called Echo. And this is not a maintained from Hallo Welt, so that's a generic MediaWiki extension, and that makes it hard to make changes there or adapt something. So, or even if there are bugs inside of Echo, we cannot fix them so easily. So that's why we focused on an own extension to get all changes tracked and to focus on a stable sending of web and email notifications so that you really get the information that something has changed in the wiki. Also, with our own extension for notifications, we can change where it appears in the wiki, also how it looked like, and therefore we could increase the readability and the text messages, for example, for notifications, and also how you can configure it. Maybe if you remember how it was done before BlueSpice 4.5, there were lots of radio buttons where you can select which notification you want to get for anything. I cannot remember correctly how they were done, so that's changed and is improved for usability. So that's also easier. And then the customization of the email templates. That wasn't possible or very hard possible to maintain, and also only done in the backend of the wiki. But now with 4.5, you can customize your email templates inside of the wiki. There are 3 pages which you can change, and you have the freedom to add text. You can change the style and have a lot more freedom to adapt it to your needs. So first of all, where you can find the notifications now. We have a new menu in the header. That's you will recognize there is a bell icon then in 4.5, and it also will have this small number if there are unread notifications. So for example, if there is a 5, like here, you will know you have 5 unread notifications. If you click on that, the mega menu will expand, and then you can see the 10 latest unread notifications. So what happens if you have, for example, 25 unread notifications? So you will see the number 25. And if you open the mega menu, you will also see only the 10 latest. And if you close then the mega menu, the 10 latest notifications which you have seen are marked as red automatically, so that if you reopen the mega menu, you will only you will get to see the next 10 of the 25 you didn't read. So now you have 15 unread messages after you read the first 10, and then you get the next 10, so that you have a better overview of all your changes and don't miss anything. So that's why we limit that to 10 visible notifications. But there's also then a link to the notification center that you can track all changes which were sent to you. That's the notification center. If you remember that we had the tabs read, unread, and all in the old notification center, those are kept. So those are still available there to filter for unread and read notifications. So if you have more than 10, you would also see that here. What else did we change? There was a very confusing left sidebar menu where you could try to filter for something, but we simplified that so that it's matching your user preferences. Then you can select, for example, the namespace or category, but that's now more intuitive because it's also like you set up when you want to get notified. Another improvement we were able to make with our own notification extension is that we can group thematically related notifications. So if someone edits a page for 5 or 6 times, then you get 5 and 6 notifications for that. But it's all, someone has edited this page. And if you get them in a certain period of time, you get those grouped so that you only see one notification, but you can then expand this notification and get to see all changes and also see then what's changed from one notification to the next one. But in the general overview, it's more easier and to read and to get an overview of what changed. And also we did a little improvement of the text and visualization, how the messages are styled, but I will show you that in the live demo. So let's continue with the user preferences. First of all, there are now fixed notifications for web and email, which cannot be configured. That's related to user-related notifications. So for example, if a user is mentioned on a page, then it's necessary to inform the user about that. And that's why he will get a web notification and also an email notification. But this cannot be disabled. So those notifications which are directed to a user will get this notification. So also if the rights are changed for a user, he will also get notified about that. And then we have 3 predefined sets of notifications. That's now content low frequency. That's the name of the first one. That includes events like page creation or if a page is moved or deleted. Then if you configure that one for a page, you will get notified about that. The content high frequency is if a page is edited, so all events which happen mostly, so also discussion events will be included in here. And then we have the quality monitoring set. This is for expiry, or if you work with the if a page is stable or with approval, then you can select that here. So you have those sets, and those can be set for a book, for example, or for a dedicated namespace. You also can set that for categories. And if you want to track your changes from the watch list, you can also set that here. And then you select which set do you want, and then also the for what page or for what category. Then we have the customization of email templates. So now you're able to customize your email templates directly in the wiki and match this to your styling. Therefore, we have 3 pages in the namespace, in the MediaWiki namespace. The first page is the wrapper.mail page. This is responsible for the general appearance and wraps the second and the third page into one email because those contains the content of the email. So we have the single notification, that's the content for an individual email, because you can select how your emails should be sent. Should they be sent directly to you if an event happened? So, for example, if a page was created and you will want to get notified about that, then this is sent directly. Or you want to have a summary of events for daily or weekly, then the content of the digest notification.mail page is used. And you now have the freedom to rearrange that to your needs and can add different texts or change the text. You can change how it should look like. With the skin integration, so the colors of the skin and also the logo will be added to the email directly so that you don't have to adapt that here, but you can also customize that via HTML if you want to have different changes. And I will show you this directly in the wiki. So here we have now the page in a wiki with BlueSpice 4.5. And as I mentioned before, we will have this, or there is now this bell icon in the header, which indicates that there is one unread notification. And if I click on that, I will see here that someone has added to the page demo test. And I can see here all 10 notifications, and they will disappear if I read the notification. So the indicator here that I had one is now gone. If I want to track all other received notifications, I can click on See All Notifications to get to the notification center. And that's what I talked before. We have here the tabs Unread, Read, and All. And then with the left sidebar. So this is, I can select then a category if I had the user setup for that, or I can choose now namespaces and see all changes only in this namespace. The grouping I was talking about, you can see that here we have one editing of the page. So I have this notification, but I also get here see 5 more edits on this page, where I can then see what was the difference between every change which was made. So that's, I guess, in the first appearance, it's better readable, but you can get all details if you want that. That's still possible. So then let's continue with customizing. Oh, no, I'll change the user preference before. So you can go to the user preferences from the user menu, preferences, and then you will have the tab notifications. And if you remember, we had this radio buttons, and now we have cards to get a better overview what is configured. So there's currently only one configuration for watch list with the content high frequency, so example for page edits. And I can read here that I have set it up for web and email notification. So then here, that's the frequency. I'll receive it instant, but you also can select daily and weekly. And if I want to add a new configuration for a notification, I can click on Add and get this little dialog here. And then I can select if I want to have this for a book, for a namespace, can select here and the namespace is done, or only one namespace, the category, and also watch list and assign pages. So if we select now the main namespace, for example, then I can select, do I want to have the content low frequency or high frequency, and also can select this type. So I will choose here low frequency, and then I can configure if I want to have this also via email or only as a web notification. I'll choose here only web notification, and then the card is added so that I can see that here. And it also says that it's only for web. So that's how you can set your user preference. And then we have the customization. So let's start with the wrapper.mail page. So that's mostly for the styling. So and you also get always this preview how it's currently should look like if the mail is sent. And if we edit this page, then you will see the code editor with HTML, and you can start changing that. The good thing is here that we are in the MediaWiki namespace, so you have a history of the page, and you also can always set it back to another version, so you will not miss anything you changed and can redo something or undo like you want. So we have here the head part for the page. I would recommend to leave it like it is, because then it's nothing changed with the emails. The really interesting part is here starting with the body tag. So that's what you will see then in the mail. You can set classes, but to have the proper style, it's necessary to put this in the style tag, and then you can set the styling you want. So we have also here some predefined colors which will match to your skin. But if you want to change that, you can also do that here right now. So if you, for example, don't want to have here this set color background, you can set the color code on your own. So let's change this directly to different color. And then you can see that here is the logo integrated into the mail template. And the most important part, and that you should not delete that, you must not delete that, is this content part here. Because if you remove that, your email will be empty. That's the placeholder which will be filled from the single notification or the digest notification. So this should be kept. Otherwise, your mails are empty. If you don't remember how to set something up, you also have here this help button, which will give you information how things can be set, should be set, and what options do you have. So for the logo, you always get the example how you could add that. So if you want to change something, you always can go to this state and see it how it should be set up. Then let's skip the content variables for now. I'll show that for the content, but continue with the colors. So those color names are available and can be set in the styling. Like I removed this already here. If you don't want to use colors from the skin, but those will be matched. So for example, the color background is now matched to the sidebar background. And to have internationalization, you can use message keys. So you can define that in the wiki as well and change then labels and texts like you want and can add that. So for example, we will do that also with the content. Save this with the color first. And now you will see that the preview has changed. We have now the color which we set in the content. So that's a way to preview your changes. And then it will be filled with content once it is sent. So the single notification and the digest notification are then similar. You will also get a preview with now the content, because now we can display some content. You also get the logo, then the message, why the email is sent or what happened. You can link it to, for example, the difference, what has changed. And then you have also the information why you're receiving this mail. If we now edit this page, then you will see this, what we had here with the content variables. So that's what you can set in the content. For example, the message, this will say what happened. So if someone edited the page, then this has edited. You can also add links, which should then be displayed. We have, I guess that's most important, 2 users which you can address. We have the user which triggered the notification, so that's the person who edited the page, and we have the target user, so that's the receiver of the email. And then you have the display name, so the real name or how it's set up, the link to the username, and also the username. And if you don't want to link, for example, to the user page, then you can easily remove the href property here, and then it's not linked. So that's what you can do then, how you want to have it. And also the source providers, if you don't want to see why I'm getting this mail, then it would be possible to remove this part. So changes can be also done with directly in the HTML. So if we want to have for single notifications a different part at the bottom, so let's add here a new container, and then, for example, do this with the message. So we want to have a new message like it's here. Then I can add that with the int, and then let's create a page where we can set the content. So this will link to the page in the MediaWiki namespace with the title demo. So let's first save that. Then you will see the content is added here. Currently it cannot display something because the page does not exist. So let's create the page. And here. Then we will set here some content. And save the page. And if we're going back to the single notification and refresh, now you see we have the demo content. And if you want to have that for different languages, for example, for German, then you can add here the DE, and it will recognize this for German, and also with French or Italian, you can change that and have your own messages in the user language. So let's check if we can get notifications. So I'll have to, different user has to edit the page. And some content. So, okay, changes are made, and the user now got notifications. So we have 2. We have the notification that I was mentioned on the page, and also that the page was edited. And because I configured that, I also will get notifications of this page per mail. Let's go into the mail here, and we already see that we have here a email with "you have been mentioned" on demo test page, and that's how we configured the email template in the wiki. We have the yellow background, we have here our own message key or the message we applied, and also then the plain content which is pre-filled from the single notification. So we have also the edited page, and that's also with our changes. And it also has the demo content. I'm receiving that because I'm subscribed to the page. And if I want to see what has changed, then I have this link, can click on that, and will get directed to the difference, what has been changed. So that is everything I wanted to show you in a rough way about notifications. And if there are questions, now is the time to ask them.